Hi, today I'm going to show you how to set up your Sublime Text to take user inputs for Python programming language. To do that, the first thing you have to do, of course, is to download Sublime Text. I'm going to put the download link on the video description. Now, if you're used to Python programming language, you realize that I actually have a simple program before me that takes two user inputs. The first is distance and the second is time. And if I run this on my Sublime Text with Ctrl B, of course it's going to build a script, alright? But if I try to supply any values, it really doesn't work. As a matter of fact, I can actually even wipe everything off. Now this is not what you want, okay? And that's the essence of this video. Now to get started, what we have to do is to install package control. Now package control is what you basically use to manage the packages that run under the hood in your Sublime Text. Now to do that, you have to do Ctrl+Shift+B, and very obviously I'm actually running on Windows operating system, so Ctrl+Shift+P, and then you try to type control, and then of course you see there is an option here, install package control. So I'm going to select it and pause the video for it to install. Now package control is done installing, and you should also have the same message on your screen. Now the next thing to do is to install the necessary package that will do the magic for us. The name of the package is Terminus. Alright, and to do that, I'm also going to press Ctrl+Shift+P one more time, and then of course you see I still have my package control. Okay, I could just type control, and then you see all the package control options. Here what I need is package control install package. So you remember what I said, a package control actually does the management of all packages running in your Sublime Text. So I'm going to select install package. So it's basically going to load the package repository. As you can see, there is an activity going down at the bottom left of my screen. So the repository is done loading. The next thing to do is to search for Terminus. So I'm simply going to search for Terminus, and so I'm just going to select it and wait for it to install. So when you click on it, alright, I have to restart. After installing package control, I should restart Sublime Text. So I'm just going to do that now. So I just restarted Sublime Text, so I'm going to do Ctrl+Shift+P again, and then search for a package, or just search for install, whichever, and then package control install package, and then wait for the repository to load. Alright, so I'll just search for Terminus, and then I'll click on Terminus. Alright, so you see there is an activity going on at the bottom left, so Terminus is trying to install. Right, so Terminus is done installing. So the next thing to do is to set up a build system for Terminus to run on. Now, what we have running, there are actually several build systems for Python that I have on this PC, but there's a default build system. If you come to tools, you see build system, I have Python 3. All right, so we want to set up a build system for Terminus. And to do that, there is a script you're basically going to save. You don't have a problem with that. I've created a script, so I'm going to put a link to the script in the description of the video. And so to do that, I'm just going to open a new document, Ctrl+N, and so this is the script. So just basically select everything and paste, and then I have to save it. Now one thing I have to say here is that when I'm saving this, I would have to navigate through several routes, but for you don't have to do that. All right, your Sublime Text will definitely load the default place where you should save it, but for me, I am basically running an existing copy of Sublime Text, so I have to navigate to where I actually copied this version of my Sublime Text. Okay, but for you shouldn't have that problem. You should just save directly to the default location. Alright, so for me, I'll attempt to save it now, and then I have to find that part where I installed it, and there should be users, my Toshiba, there should be somewhere here, Sublime Text, and packages. Okay, sorry, not in packages. Data should be data packages, user. Yeah, it should be saved here. All right, so I want to name this package Terminus. Okay, let me just name it Python Terminus. You can basically name it anything, pretty much anything. Python Terminus. Terminus, and then you have, okay, sorry, Terminus. So you have to be careful with this. Extension name is Sublime -build. So be careful with this. So the extension is Sublime -build. That is how to create or save a build file in Sublime Text. Okay, so I'm just going to click on enter, tap on enter, and then that does the magic. Saved. So I'm just going to close these. Well, it won't just work automatically. I have to restart Sublime Text one more time. Okay, so all right, so I just restarted Sublime Text. So let's check the builds now. It should be there. All right, as you can see, I have Python Terminus. So I'm simply going to select this. Okay, although I should have selected it before restarting it. Okay, but there's no problem. Just that I might have to restart one more time again. All right, let's just wait a few seconds. I hope it's fine now. All right, so let me just try to do Control B to build now. All right, let's see. All right, so it's working fine now. And what's the time? What timing is it? So you see it's working fine. So let me rerun that again, and say 12, and see if I try to delete anything, it won't just delete. If I try to backspace to delete, it won't delete. All right, so enter 4 here, so it works fine. So this does it pretty much, and that's all basically. But I just want to add a few bonuses to this video. All right, so let's say you just want to change the styling, like this panel you have down here. You want to change the outlook. There are default themes that are built in with Terminus. So Ctrl+Shift+P, just search for Terminus. As you can see, there is Terminus utilities select theme. So I'm just going to select these, and you can see there are different themes here. I'm just going to select, let me just select the one called flat. Yes, flat. Okay, so of course there are tons of themes there. Okay, so you can see it's actually looking different now, kind of looking cool. And one more thing you could also do is you could actually run your command prompt here. To do that, I think I've reconfigured mine. I'm not so sure if that's the default. Ctrl+Shift+T, but if Ctrl+Shift+T doesn't work for you, try Ctrl+Alt+T, I think, and then that should bring up this interface where you can basically run your command prompt interface. Okay, let me just clear the screen there. All right, so basically that was pretty much okay. Let me do that again. All right, so see, this is the interface for command prompts. You can run all your commands here. As a matter of fact, I can even do pip install here. Pip install, install, let's say numpy. All right, of course I already have numpy installed just to show you. All right, so as you can see, it says requirements already satisfied. And so that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.